Good morning, happy Vlogmas day 12. It's currently 11:19 and I am in the process of uploading day 11. I got a lot of footage yesterday just because I was home throughout the day and not at work. I did a couple hours of work after closing out the vlog, just some remote work, but yeah, I had a really good day yesterday. Okay. I had a good day, ultimately. Tyler and I giggled and laughed and had a good time, went and got some, why am I recapping yesterday? Just watch the video. But what was tough about yesterday that I didn't really talk about in the vlog, but I've touched on a little bit throughout Vlogmas here and there, are just some body image issues that are creeping up again. I don't know, before Vlogmas started, I had posted a few videos about my eating disorder and kind of coming out with that and being a little bit more open about it. So that's all still very prevalent. I've just been not really talking about it during Vlogmas because I don't want these vlogs to be so serious and I don't know, and it is a sensitive topic, and I just don't want these videos to be about that. But what I will say is that over the past week I've been doing more and more research on intuitive eating and food freedom. There have been a couple podcasts I've been listening to for the past month and a half or so. The Train Happy podcast, Diet Culture Rebel. I listened to one episode of Food Psych. I'll probably listen to a few more that I have downloaded to my phone. And I have been diversifying my Instagram feed, so as many different shapes of bodies as I can, filling my Instagram feed with food freedom, intuitive eating, eating disorder recovery accounts. So it's all kind of at the forefront of my mind. I tend to get obsessed with things like this. I'll dive in deep, and I can tend to overwhelm myself with all of the information I find. I'll get kind of excited about something and want to try it. With this whole thing, there's this feeling like, oh, I should try this. But it's really scary because of things. But I'm getting to this point. I'm watching more and more videos. I watched, I know Kate Noel and then someone else, Victoria Garricky, whatever. I can't think of it at the time right now. But some people I'm watching are making me kind of less afraid of the whole intuitive eating thing. It does kind of scare me. But I want to try it. I really want to try it, and I'm talking to Tyler about it, and I would love to actually have him here with me. Probably not a Vlogmas video, but maybe after Vlogmas is over, we can talk about our plan to try intuitive eating for a month in January. I'm telling myself I'm going to try it for a month, which would involve letting go of some tracking behaviors that I rely on for a sense of control. I know that's not genuine control. I know that it's more in control of me than I am of it, but it is this feeling of control, this facade of control that I have with these apps. And for some reason, it's an easier pill to swallow to finish the year, even though it's also arbitrary, really, and truly meaningless. I mean, like, what is the new year? I know it's arbitrary, and the new year is just something that we've come up with as this point in time that we assign a lot of meaning to. But still, I'm a victim of that meaning that we attribute to new year, new me. So I am. January 1st, I'm going to start intuitive eating with Tyler, and I really I feel like he and I would both benefit from practicing intuitive eating and from really trying to become intuitive eaters. And it's interesting because we both have complicated relationships with food. It just presents differently. And I think it would just be so good for us and to really help each other improve each of our relationships with food and with our bodies, and just try to be better about not being so self-deprecating and just using vocabulary that's kinder to ourselves, because we both do it and then we tell each other, no, don't say that, but we both do it. And so how can we expect the other to stop saying things if we're still saying things? So yeah, anyway, but kind of going off of that, I do want to create content for you guys using this thing that I'm going to be trying. So I'm not going to create videos that are coming from a perspective of, I know what I'm doing, I know how to intuitive eat. Like, no, it's going to be from a very, very, very beginner perspective. So I hope that's something that might interest you. I just really want to share this journey, and I think also it will help hold me accountable, having you guys maybe cheering me on. Yeah, I want this to be a space where we don't talk about diet culture bullshit. I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of it. Yeah, so I'm just, I don't know, it's funny thinking about wanting to do this thing that's really scary for me. It's really, really scary to think about doing it, but then if I can kind of make it fun and make it something I could do videos about, it makes me want to do it a little bit more. That's on my mind, because I've been watching video after video after video on YouTube about intuitive eating and food freedom and eating disorder recovery and all this stuff. So for my breakfast this morning, I kind of wasn't trying to totally do it mindfully, intuitive eatingly, but I did try to slow down, because I know that's one aspect of eating mindfully, is slowing down, and I eat so fast. And it's because I'm always depriving myself. I'm in this state of restriction most of the time. And so when I do let myself eat, I'm like, oh, food, you know, and I just eat it so fast. So this morning I really slowed down. I would take a bite or two or three and then put it down and pick it back up and do it, and then put it down and then have a sip of coffee. That's so unlike me. But it was interesting, and it actually made me think, do I actually like this thing that I'm eating right now? This seemed like it would be good, but I'm not blown away. And so then I had one of my advent calendar chocolates, because I thought if I have something slightly sweet this morning, because I had like a sweeter kind of toast, I'll feel satisfied. But then I'm like, no, I'm not. I want one of my chocolates. And then I had a Cliff Bar, which is sugary, and okay, this is, see, this is what happens. But my point is I'm becoming more aware of these thoughts and these behaviors, and that's a good thing. So what's the plan? What's on the docket for today? Do I want to go for a run, or do I feel like I have to go for a run? Yes, to both. I still have my half marathon planned for the end of March. Fingers crossed that actually happens, because that was about $100. And I'm sure they would either refund or, probably not refund, but reschedule it if we can't actually do the thing. But I do need to train, and I want to run a half marathon. I genuinely want to do that and feel a sense of accomplishment. Like, wow, I trained for this thing and I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. But it means that I need to train for it. And so the thing is, I still do go to cycle just about every day. I went this morning. Oh, by the way, I saw Teok. He didn't teach the 7 a.m. class. He was teaching the 8:15, And Joey, the instructor for the 7 a.m. class, when he saw Teo, they work together at several places. Several jobs they work together. He made a big deal. He's like, Teo, we have a celebrity in our midst. Yeah, so I wished Teo good congratulations. I couldn't tell if he was feeling kind of pleased with the attention or if he was genuinely like, this is too much. I don't know him well enough to really to tell, but I just tried to be like, genuinely congratulations, it's really awesome, it's amazing art. And then I went home. So, but yeah, because I go to cycle every day and also feel like I have to be training for this half marathon, it can be hard to get myself to actually do the run because that's more on me. I'm holding myself accountable. It's not scheduled. It's not like if I don't go for the run, I'm going to be charged a no-show fee, you know? I don't know if I need to cut back on the cycle or eat more food so I feel energized to go for the run. I don't know. I don't know how to do this intuitive thing yet. Anyway, but that's my plan. My plan is once yesterday's vlog gets uploaded, I do want to go for a run. According to my 16-week training plan, I'm supposed to do 4 miles today. So fingers crossed that I get to go do that because I didn't run at all this whole week. Just got back from my run. Like I said earlier, the goal was 4 miles. And I actually was planning on, if I wasn't home by 4 miles, I was gonna walk once I hit 4 miles. But then the song where I hit 4 miles was Rain on Me, which really just pushed me through the end. I have not run that far in quite a while. I was doing a lot of running in April. Yeah, mostly April and into May because Cycle Bar had closed. Of course, Cycle Bar closed mid-March, and so there were 2 weeks where I was very down and I was very freaked out about not having my focus, my preferred form of exercise readily available to me. Transitions and shifts in my routine really throw me and can send me into a depressive episode. So it took me a couple weeks to kind of get to a point where I could open my mind to other possibilities. So yeah, April, May, big running months. Then it started to get really hot outside and very difficult to run if I wasn't running first thing in the morning or whatever, which for some reason I can cycle first thing in the morning, but it's really hard for me to run first thing in the morning. Then Cycle Bar reopened mid-June and then they closed in mid-July. So I was trying to get back into running in July, but I just couldn't because it was so hot. So, but my furthest runs were in April and May. So anyway, just over 4 miles today. That's pretty cool. I'm pleased with myself. The nice thing about restaurants and places and all these places closing again, selfishly, is that on my runs the sidewalks are a lot more open and less populated, because when they're more populated then I'm constantly pulling my mask over my face, and when I'm about 2 miles into the run it becomes so difficult to have the mask on, and then the longer I wear the mask the more moist it gets, and then it's like you're suffocating because it's like you're sucking in this like wet fabric with every inhale. It's awful. Well, good. I'm glad I did that. I feel good. I know I shouldn't feel like I've earned any privileges when it comes to food and my meals and things when I do a second workout or any workout at all, but I'm still there. So it does make me feel good that I've done a second workout today. God, that's so fucked up. This is the kind of shit I need to figure out. Well, on that note.
Hello, Internet.
What do you bring me?
I bring you laundry.
And
I bring dinner.
yes, dinner.
Thai food.
And
from Tyler.
And I am currently watching a very unexpected movie for me.
Yeah, I'm super surprised.
Django Unchained. I don't know.
Have you worked your way through the entire Tarantino oeuvre?
I just watched a Vlogmas from last year where you said oeuvre exactly like that. I shit you not. I think you were talking about Bruce Willis. I have seen Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
I have seen Inglourious Bastards.
I love that movie.
I don't think I've seen any of his others though.
Reservoir Dogs?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I kind of like the gratuitous violence.
You would like Reservoir Dogs. It's gratuitously violent. Oh, Lord.
Oh, your elbow.
Yeah. Internet, I have enough money for new clothing. I just choose not to buy it.
I was telling them a little earlier about our intuitive eating plan. And so today I ate sooner than usual. I tried to eat slower, my breakfast anyway. And then this evening my plan was to have a salad, and I thought, what do I actually want to eat? What sounds good? What does my body want? And it wanted pad thai because it's warm and really starchy and it would really stick to my stomach. And I felt like that's what I needed. And so that's what I asked for. I showered.
So did I.
We were both very stinky, but like separately. We didn't realize the other was stinky, but we each noticed our stinkiness. We acknowledged our stinkiness, and we resolved our stinkiness separately.
No.
And now together we are joined in non-stinkiness. Also, Tyler,
Yes.
when I was editing our evening chat from last night about nerd shaming and all of that, I think it's absolutely hilarious. I think we're so funny. Can I just say that? Can I just acknowledge that to you people? I think Tyler and I are funny. I love us. I love our repartee. And also you said whores.
Yeah, you've not seen Kill Bill, have you?
Oh, I have seen, that's another Quentin Tarantino. I've seen Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, you want some gratuitous violence.
Yeah, I liked it.
Ooh.
Ah.
So, you just watched Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
There were moments that were pretty upsetting. But, I mean, the good guys won, I guess. But I sort of. Why? Because the guy died?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, and then also, I'm just a little. I'm critical of the lack of strong female characters that actually take action. I'm not saying that Broomhild is not a strong character. She had to withstand so much. I don't know, all of the work that got put into writing this story that is kind of outlandish anyway. I mean, like, it's not like they were trying to be historically accurate or anything. And so because they're not trying to go for historical accuracy and they put all this effort into making these really strong male characters, and then they didn't do any. They didn't give her even one moment where she was really, like, she did anything. She had just violence enacted against her left and right, and she was just the damsel in distress the whole time.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if, because this was after he did Kill Bill and after Inglourious Bastards, which both had really strong female representation. I don't know if it's not an excuse, but I wonder if he purposely decided to have a damsel in distress as just part of the story structure.
And I don't feel like I can speak to this because I'm a white woman. I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, that wouldn't it be that much more important to make a black woman have a little more agency, a lot more agency. I don't know. I mean, I was entertained. Lots of gratuitous gore. So, I mean, it was satisfying in that way. But that's my critique of it.
Yeah.
I was entertained, though. I'm not a movie person, people. I started tracking... Don't laugh. I started tracking the movies I was watching in 2020. I don't think I started from the beginning, but from where I started maybe a few months ago, I'm not even up to 20 movies in the past probably 9 months.
Wow. And we were doing such a good job on classic movies.
Such a good job. I think we watched 2.
Okay, fine. But they were the two most important.
Casablanca and Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
But as someone who's not a movie watcher, I was entertained throughout. I didn't feel bored at any point. Because I tend to feel bored with a movie about 45 minutes into it when a normal episode of a TV show would be done. Because I feel like I've trained my attention span to just be for episodes of TV.
That makes sense. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Yeah. Also, I'm not totally practicing intuitive eating. I'm not totally throwing myself into it. I'm just kind of
toe in the water. So at one point while eating the tofu pad thai, I totally put it down. I didn't touch it for a few minutes and I felt full. Like I felt satisfied and full, but I wanted the flavor and the mouthfeel still. And I was telling Tyler, I feel like it comes from this idea that I don't allow myself this kind of food very often. But because of that sense of scarcity and the restriction I put myself under all the time, I felt like I needed to satisfy the mouthfeel and just like the emotional eating part of it. And I was so aware of it, but I did it anyway. But I didn't finish all of it. I did leave some in the container. At one point I thought, okay, well now I'm totally satisfied, but then probably about 10 minutes later I started to feel like, oof, a little bit too much. And I ate, I did the same. I tried to follow the same dictums. And I had about, I'd say half of my pad thai and had a thing of soup that I had ordered as well. Because
the other thing is we shouldn't have been watching a movie. But that's why I'm not doing all...
Oh, son of a gun, you're right.
And I knew. I wanted to eat while watching a movie. But when we actually start really jumping into it, we can't do that. We could just sit and have a conversation. Oh my god.
We're Americans. We don't do that. We don't sit and have a conversation while eating a meal. We have gone a long way from like dinner at the dinner table, saying grace beforehand.
Well, or whatever. So at some point in the future, with I think that's what I would like. I would like family dinners.
I like the idea of family dinners. I like family dinners
together. Just hypothetical future. Why are you looking at them like that?
This is more for effect.
All right, I think I have enough footage for the day, and we're pretty much gonna go to bed pretty soon.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:47. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be over halfway through Vlogmas. It is day 12. Bye guys, I'll see you tomorrow.